In April of 2015, a 9-metre grey whale washed up on a beach on Vancouver Island's west coast. Now, 3 years later, the bones of that whale are part of the Royal BC Museum's mammal collection. Veronica Cooper has the story.
April 20th, 2015, a young female grey whale washed up on a beach near Tofino.
3 days later, a team descended on this whale to take it apart, and we stripped it down to the bare minimum of meat on bone, and then we buried it at the Tofino landfill.
The skeleton is buried for at least a year to let nature clean the bones.
And if I can let bacteria and fungi and insects do the work for me, that saves me a lot of effort.
When staff reached the marked location at the landfill this past spring,
we had to dig through 3 years' worth of blackberry growth to exhume the skeleton of the grey whale, and it turned out absolutely beautiful. We arrived in the morning, a team of about 10 to 15 people on and off through the day, picks, shovels, rakes, and we ripped off the blackberry and just dug out the dirt that was piled over top of the specimen. I found the first piece. It was a skull. I was very lucky. Once we knew the orientation of the skull, then we knew exactly where everything else should be in the pile. Some bones got broken. When the soil was piled on top, there was other bits of debris in there, some chunks of concrete. So one of the shoulder blades got smashed, not critically, it was a little crack in it, and one of the ribs got broken. But other than that, it was perfect.
But one piece of the skeleton remains a mystery.
Yeah, the sternum, it's a little, the breastbone basically, that is gone. We don't know where it went, so it could have gone away with a shovel if someone was a little too enthusiastic. So we did lose one piece, but everything else we have.
In remarkable condition.
This is a piece of the baleen from the jaw, but this is the outside, this is the inside, and so the tongue pushes up against this, forces out the water, and this acts as a strainer or a filter to contain their food.
With every bone now numbered and catalogued, the grey whale is available to researchers around the world.
There's DNA, you could get stable isotopes to look for pollutants in the tissues. There's any number of ways people can study these animals. And you think back 100 years, people were collecting specimens. They had no clue about modern technology or today's technology and what could be done with just simple bones.
Bones now safely stored at the Royal BC Museum.
This Week in History, brought to you by the Royal BC Museum, bringing British Columbia's stories together.